After the second night of hearing the washing machine through the pipes, today passed in a blur. I didn't sleep much. I didn't leave the apartment. I sat on the couch with all the lights on, my phone in my hand, refreshing the same few apps without really reading anything. Every so often, I forced myself to stand up and walk through the apartment again. The door was still locked. The windows were still closed. The bathroom looked untouched. The laundry basket was empty. That detail wouldn't leave my mind. My clothes had been washed twice now, and I still hadn't put anything in the basket. It felt important, like evidence of something I wasn't ready to name yet. By late afternoon, exhaustion crept back in. Not the crushing weight from the first night, but something thinner, more dangerous. Like my body had decided it would keep going, even if my mind couldn't keep up. I made food. I barely remember eating it. At some point, I noticed the apartment felt different. Not wrong, just quieter than it should have been. Like a sound had stopped, and I hadn't noticed when. I walked into the bedroom. That's when I saw the chair. The chair I dragged out and angled toward the bed. The one I'd been using to watch the laundry was back under the desk, straight, neat, exactly how it had been before all of this started. For a moment, I felt a strange sense of relief, like maybe this was over, like whatever had been happening had fixed itself. Then I noticed what wasn't there. The laundry, the folded clothes were gone. Not on the bed, not on the floor, not in the closet. I checked the bathroom. I checked the living room. Nothing. My chest tightened with that same cold, hollow feeling I'd felt in the basement. I hadn't moved them. I was certain of that. I went back into the bedroom and stood in front of the desk, staring at the chair like it might explain itself. That's when I noticed my phone. It was on the desk, face down. I hadn't left it there. I was sure I'd been holding it just moments earlier on the couch. I could still remember the weight of it in my hand, the warmth from the screen. I picked it up. The lock screen lit up, and something felt wrong immediately. I hadn't been standing there long. That's why I thought I was misreading the time. It was later than it should have been. Not by minutes, by almost an hour. I locked the phone, unlocked it, checked again. The time didn't change. I tried to think back, tried to remember doing anything at all that could explain the gap. I couldn't. I stood still and listened to the apartment. No noise in the pipes, no humming, nothing. Eventually, against my better judgment, I grabbed my keys. I needed to know where the clothes were. The hallway was empty. The elevator moved slowly, as always. The basement smelled the same: soap, damp concrete, warm metal. The laundry room lights were on. Before I even stepped inside, I heard it. That familiar, violent rattling from the washer in the far corner. My heart started pounding so hard, I could feel it in my throat. I stayed in the doorway, didn't speak, didn't move closer. When the machine stopped, the lid unlocked with the same soft click. I waited longer than I needed to. Then I looked inside. My clothes were there, all of them, folded, including the extra shirt. But there was something else on top. My jacket, the one I had been wearing earlier that day, the one I clearly remembered hanging over the back of the couch. I backed away from the machine, my legs unsteady, my thoughts circling without settling on anything solid. I'm back in my apartment now as I write this. The laundry basket is empty again. The chair is back under the desk. And every time my thoughts soften, every time my focus slips, even for a moment, that same cold certainty settles in. Because whatever this is, It doesn't need me to be asleep anymore.